I actually love them folks' comments. I would say that the view of punctuality has changed a lot across cultures and over time. In the US, being on time is considered as a sign of respect and professionalism. I would say whether it's for work, school, or appointments, most people try to arrive a few minutes early. Time is very valuable over here. That's why they always be like, "Oh, time is money, time is money." Um, for example, if you have an interview, like your first job interview, you should arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. Um, and also at school, when I was in high school, I used to be late most of the time, I would say, but there's always like tardiness. You gotta go get some passes just to get in class, just because you arrive, let's say, 10 minutes late, and if you accumulate them, they will affect your grades, and also they will call your parents. They'll do a lot of stuff, and at daycare also, like Miss Stacey was saying. At daycare, I remember a coworker of mine. She was always in a rush, like around 8 p.m. Why? Because she gotta go pick up her kids, and she's like, "Oh, for every 10 minutes I'm late, I'm gonna pay $20." It wasn't funny, but and the situation. But sometimes some situation can happen and you're late. For example, for me, before being late was a big deal because I don't play about my time. But right now I'm more chill. I don't really care that much about being on time or not. I should work on that, but I'm like they know that I'm gonna be there, so I will be there anyway. But it's just us as Asian. I remember my cousin, she was getting married at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. But in the flyers she put 5 p.m. And the wedding started at 8 something, just because it was a bunch of Asian at the wedding. It was an Asian wedding. But we are known as being late. And I know it's not something to be proud of, but we're just like that. And yeah, I would say being here has taught me a lot about being on time because I could see the difference between like most American, how they do their stuff. If they say that time, they will really start at that time or even a few minutes early. But in the Asian community, I would say here, I'm more part in the of the Asian community. If we say that we'll start something at 5, we never started at 5 anyway. It's like I remember just when I go out with my friends or when a group of friends plan something, when you arrive there on time, there's no food, no nothing. And we're like, "Oh, it's supposed to be started at 5 p.m." No, you're here too early. The It will start probably, let's say, 7, 8 p.m. That's when the party will really, really start, even if they tell you 5 p.m. So I've tried to learn from that. Maybe that's what changed my mentality about being on time all the time. Because most of the time that I am on time, it's like it's too early. So yeah, I'm working on it, but yeah, it's like different in the US, daycare, work, and like Miss Steffi was talking about clocking in and clocking out. That's the way a job really make sure that you clock in on time on their system. So they have that system so they know when you arrive. Um Walmart, like Miss Steffi was saying, it's one of the job that's really, really punctual, and you got points taking out when you're not on time, and it's really a big deal for them being on time. Um, my jobs aren't like that, or the job I had before wasn't like that. You can arrive at any time you want. as long as you clock in and do your part, or you text your manager and be like, oh, I'll be late for 10-15 minutes, I'll be late for an hour. It really didn't matter for them. Maybe that's one of the things also that changed my perspective on time. But yeah, that's my point of view.
Mhm. I want to hear more, especially about Asian culture stuff in the US. So thank you very much.
Connaissance, c'est celle bagay yo pa jam ka apprendre nan men yo, même si yo ta deporté yo. Apprendre anglais tande, ou a sonje mte pale yo. My name is Steffi from Comwad Language Courses. Dans Comwad Language Courses, nous utilisons pi bon méthode qui c'est méthode conversation. Nous pas focus sur règle grammaticale. Ça qui est plus important pour nous c'est écoute, compréhension et puis parler. Ça attend pour commencer. Nouvelle session, c'est moi ça. Pour encourager famille ou amis pour yo apprendre parler anglais tout. Pour plus d'informations, contactez nos numéros ça.
Life in America is beautiful, but it's more beautiful when you speak English well. I'm Yolanda from Command Language Courses. Command Language Courses, c'est une école online qui apprend nous parler anglais. Li fait live sur Zoom, ça qui veut dire qu'on apprend parler langue anglais à n'importe côté dans le monde là. So, soit besoin, c'est un appareil qui a Internet. Par exemple, un téléphone, une tablette ou bien un laptop qui sont aptes pour commencer. Nouveau session, c'est moi ça. Ou capable d'écrire un numéro ça qu'on soit besoin de toute information que vous avez besoin. N'attendons nous tout.